Hi everyone, in this video we'll be reviewing function notation to set us up for some more difficult stuff we'll be doing soon, and just to show how it makes life easier. So first we want to remember what a function is, and I like to use the analogy of a function machine. You put an input into a function, it spits you out an output. So, and the definition of a function always says one input gives one output. So if the function were double the input and add 3, so if the input was 5, the output would be 13. If the input was -2, the output would be 1. If the input was 0, the output would be 3. Or if the input was x, the output would be 2x plus 3. Okay, but drawing a machine is kind of clumsy. Is there a better way we can do this? Yeah, we can shortcut and call the function f of x. All right, you pronounce it f of x. Remember, we call x the independent variable because we can change this to whatever we want. Y is dependent variable because it's determined by what x is. Y is also sometimes called the image of x. So in this example case, we've got y equals 2x plus 3, or f of x equals 2x plus 3. So if we start with 5 as our input, as our x value, 13 will be our output. 5 is our independent variable, or the value of the independent variable, and the value of the dependent variable in this case will be 13. If x was -4, then y will be -5. Just a clarification, right? We call this f of x. It's not fx or f times x. We're going to say f of x, right? To make sure that it's a function of x and make sure everyone understands what you're talking about. F of x. It's definitely not multiplication. It's a function we perform on the x. So it's f of x. The good thing about this notation is I can substitute the value in here for 4x. So f of 5 is 2 times 5 plus 3, which is 13. The other way I would have to do it would be to say when x equals 5, y equals 13. F of 5 equals 13 is much less words and much easier for everyone to understand. Okay, f of -3, you just substitute the x with a -3, is -3. F of 0 is 3. F of a house is 2 house plus 3. F of another function is that function substituted for x. So f of x squared plus 2 is 2x squared plus 7. You can also express this as a graph. So here is the function expressed as a continuous line graph. Or you could express it as a series of points or as a table of points. The other thing, that's all the examples so far have used the linear function as an example, but of course there's many types of functions. Quadratics, cubics, they're polynomial functions. But there's trigonometric functions, exponential functions, logarithmic functions, logistic functions, all kinds of functions. The main thing is you start with your input. One input gives one output. The independent variable is x, dependent variable is y, and y is a function of x. And we use this notation to make everything clearer and easier. Hope that clarifies everything. See you next time.